Alright guys, how's it going again? Again, as you can see, it is raining out there. I couldn't go to the range today. Actually, I went to the range, but didn't get a chance to try out my new Remington 783. Okay, here it is, 783. It's been out for about 2 years now. Okay, I'm not really in the market for a bolt action. I do have some leftover 308 left, and you know, Academy was throwing these out with the Marlin 795 for $249 or $259. Yeah, it was $299.99, and they give out a $40 rebate from Remington, and they throw in a free Marlin 795. So basically you're getting 2 guns for $260 plus tax, which I think is a really good deal. Okay, so you know, I went hunting last year, and you know, it's actually nice to have a really accurate a bolt action gun or rifle that could shoot, like, you know, less than 1 MOA. Yeah, so did a little research on it, and it seems like this is a better version of the Remington 710 or 770. Okay, now it's not saying much because the 770 and the 710, you know, got a lot of bad reviews. But hey, you know, you get an adjustable trigger down to 3.5 pounds. Now, while I was at the range, I didn't do any accuracy testing because of the rain, and the rain kind of ate away my targets. But I did get a chance to really fire, actually, you know, use that trigger, and it is absolutely amazing. It is amazing. It is, you know, a knockoff or whatever of the Savage AccuTrigger, but still, nonetheless, this is a very good addition to this rifle right here. You know, the bolt moves really nice and smooth. And I do believe I have a dummy round in here. So let's just pop it out real quick. There we go. Okay. And the bolt moves really nice. Nice and smooth, you know. Yeah. And you can always have the option of changing the barrel if you ever have too much money to actually shoot it out and wear it out, which I probably won't be able to do anytime soon. Okay, so but yeah, it feels solid. I really like this for the price I paid for it, you know. But there are pros and cons. Like, you know, some of the pros, you know, has been discussed to death online. Okay, Moss magazine, it's not a blind magazine. You can take it out, pop it out, whatever, you know. Awesome trigger. It is adjustable to even more lighter than this. It's a factory setting at 3.5 pounds. You can bring it down to 2 pounds, which is absolutely amazing. I don't want to go that route yet. Okay, all metal bolt, and the bolt looks really sturdy, you know, proof marking, and I guess quality control, whatever. Button rifle, free floater barrel. You got all the bells and whistle at this price range. Again, I just think of it, hey, I'm getting 2 guns for $260. You know, I'm not out a lot of money if, you know, down the road I gotta get rid of one of them. Okay, so yeah, I can't say much about the accuracy. A lot of people are saying that they're getting really good accuracy. It is 1 in a 10 twist, so it's probably gonna go you know, do a lot better with the 165 to 175 ish grain. My old hunting rifle, the Zastava M70 bolt, you know, Mauser action, it doesn't like the 180 grainer, so it does really well with the Federal Deer Thug ammo 165. It is a half MOA rifle with this round for the Zastava M70 Mauser. Okay, but you know, unfortunately, I couldn't even test it out today. Now, there is only one con for this rifle. Hey Brownie, how are you? There's only one con for this rifle. which is the magazine that they ship it with. I don't know if Remington doesn't really test out the magazine. It will not cycle 4 rounds. It will hang up and it will go nose up in the receiver. As you can see, my magazine is beat up, scratched up to death because I had to do several modifications to it. I gotta take it apart, clean it, lube it, okay, Dremel and polish up the internal area here because it was binding up here. You can see that the cartridge can pivot nose up or down, you know, on this thing right here. There's not a rough point in here, okay. So I gotta mess it, mess with it, Dremel it, polish it, sand it, file it, try to get that burr off or that little edge so that the cartridge will line up, correctly. Let me give you a little demonstration. Okay, this is the first round goes down on the side. I gotta go to, let me see if I can use a spent round. Okay, this is a spent round. Okay, as you can see, now it's flush. The bolt face will actually pick this up. Before the casing will can move and pivot down like that. You see, even then there's still some play there. Okay, when it's pivoting down like that, the bolt, number one, cannot pick up the round. Okay, number two, when you rack the bolt back and it creates enough vibration, it'll pop up a little bit, but then it will go nose up when the bolt is stripping the round. It will go nose up like that. It will hang up inside the receiver. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You see that little thing right there. Okay, so I gotta bend the tab. Maybe it's not seated high enough, so I gotta bend this tab right here. According to some users online who posted their experiences, this will help a little bit, which it did. But then it's still inconsistent because of the feet lips right here. Okay, so I gotta do some dremeling, polishing, taking off some metal around this area right here. Okay, as you can see, it's scratched up. But today, as I was just shooting it, to the berm, to the backstop, 4 rounds cycled, no issues, no issues. Okay, I fixed it. It took me about an hour and a half. Okay, from a brand new gun out of the box that was never tinkered with by the end user, the customer. So it is really, really annoying. Okay, a lot of pros, but this one con is really, really annoying. Okay, I don't want to send it back to Remington. I don't want to wait 3 weeks for them to get me a new magazine. Time is precious. Like right now it's raining. Could have if it's not raining, I really want to be out in the range longer and do some more testing, load testing. I got that. I got the Federal Fusion right there, and you can see right there, Federal Fusion, 168 grain. So yeah, this is annoying. However, I'm not afraid to tinker with a lot of my stuff. I grew up paintballing, and you do a lot of tinker with your paintball guns, take it apart, put in new seals and new upgrades and whatnot, and so on and so forth. And I got my AK and AR that I play with also. So a little work here and there. It doesn't really phase me, as long as I can get to work, which I did. But what I'm saying is, what if you don't have all these tools? What if you don't have that rotary tool right there, the Dremel right there? That's a man's best friend right there, just so you know. Okay, polishing wheel, sanding stone and whatnot. Okay, if you don't have these resources, the equipment, the time, you're just out of luck. You just have to kind of call Remington and, hey, your thing is not working, and so on and so forth. And who knows, they might ask you to send in the whole gun too. But it's a pain, but it works right now. Okay, all I can say is that it works. I can get it to work, but I can understand how this might be really frustrating to a lot of people. Okay, so there's only one con that messes it up. Okay, now do I select the rifle? Of course. Now it's working fine. 4 round box magazine, so you can carry 4+1 for the 308 version. and I like the way it shoots. The stock is actually rigid enough, and with the shooting rest, you know, I didn't notice any. Well, the recoil is, oh, you know, it's 308 recoil, but it's actually you know, very manageable. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2. When the weather is letting up, then we can do real accuracy testing. Okay, all right, Brownie. There we go. Okay, see you guys later.